Welcome to Surrendered. Today, Abby and I are going to be having a common conversation.
Abby is her daughter.
Yes. About a conversation surrounding something that happened in the recent past in the life of one famous gospel singer. Surrendered, we talk about these journeys because we must surrender them to the Lord.
Yes.
Yeah. What question did you have?
No, so basically what happened? What was the whole situation?
We read it in the media, and everywhere where you're searching, the musician died. Sadly, may God rest her soul. She died under circumstances. I don't even know whether it is properly verified, but generally, she was allegedly abused in her family, and she went through it for a very long time, for as long as she has been married. But she managed to live to her call. She managed to be a blessing to the whole world. I think people are just wondering how far is too far. See, there I'm quiet. It's because I also don't know exactly how far is very far.
How do you know that right now I am being abused? We are not just going through normal arguments like the way couples do. Right now I am being abused. When do you know that it has gone too far?
Even how do you know what couples go through? Anyway, I think that is a very important question that Abby has asked, and it's neither yes or not, but what happens, the question that she's asking is how far is too far? I think, Abby, depending on how have you met your spouse to be, what did you learn in your journey in courtship? Do you have the antenna? Do you have the discernment? For Christians, there is discernment. You are able to tell, hey, that anger level can turn out to be dangerous. The tone in this person as they are handling me can become quite scary. Inside us, God has given us some measure of discernment. We are able to tell, I think that's a red flag. For example, if you have an argument, normal argument like the way you said it anyway, I can go and I buy 2 packets of milk and I was sent one. Then if I'm going to be killed with words because of I bought 2 packets of milk, that's a telltale sign. Like this, maybe something more. Or if you are talking in your courtship and someone is, it may not mean much, but you might be able to actually be bold enough to tell, that can become physical because I'm likely to be more real than I am in this courtship when somebody especially beats you physically. You don't just say, that's normal. Although there are spouses who say, when my husband beats me, they love me. You know, there's another notion.
What?
It's shocking.
Sounds like daddy issues.
There are people who say, I can only tell that my husband loves me when he's so angry and he beats me. That's another story for another day. When you are in your marriage, like for example, nobody wishes to go through what she went through, whatever happened, whatever allegations are there, nobody needs to reach that level of death. I think there's a gap in mentorship, there's a gap in real marriage conversations because we run away from the fact that you can be somewhere and you really did your best and your best was not good enough. I advocate for staying in the marriage. I advocate for not looking for excuses which make you leave your marriage, because right now everybody can gather things that have happened in your family, not the last 10 years, even maybe the last 1 week, and one can say, these ones, they're good enough for me to leave you. But you look out the good and then you listen to what is within you. People are asking, why did she have to stay? Why did she have to buy her marriage with her own life? Nobody has an answer. Maybe she kept thinking it will work out. The question is, did she have somebody who really she could trust? You know, now you're asking adult stuff. sometimes adults, we have inadequacies. We don't know who we can trust when our issues are thick. I could only imagine, like what most people ask and what they are going through. Because for a very serious Christian, sometimes you go and you tell somebody, I'm going through this. And they're the first people to judge you. Hey, we didn't think that you could be going through this. And of course, there is a God in heaven. In fact, we are directing all our needs to God. But God has given people, other people who speak into their lives. They are pastors who can be honest enough to tell you, this line, when it goes beyond, you are dying. Because you are in the soup, you can't tell when you are boiling. But somebody who is outside can tell you, now see, you are boiling. See, now the meat has become soup. You need, when you're disturbed beyond your peace, there are people who are called counselors. If people cannot be trusted, you can just go and try. Am I paranoid or do I need direction? And then in life, there is that one person, just maybe that one person who you can tell, I think I am going through this, speaking to my life. Now, and somebody asks, why did she have to do that? Those are judgments. When people ask, why did she have to die because she needed a name? Abby, we were told when we were getting married, we're in it for keeps. Okay, so really, there's no A or B for this question. But she has children. She has left.
Okay, so sorry. Personally,
I didn't see the signal.
Yeah, I was saying, but Sikoba. Yeah. So personally, what I think is that when you start getting scared, or you feel intimidated, or the moment you start fearing for your safety, that's when you know it's too far. The more, like, arguing is very normal, and that's like, okay, like, you can be like, where is it? But from, because I know, I don't want to say at you when they start doing hand signals, because me when I argue, I'm all over the place like this, but doesn't necessarily mean I want to hit you. But what I want to say is, the moment you start fearing...
Yeah, she does like this.
No, not trauma. The moment you start fearing for your safety, that is when I would say that it is getting bad, and that is when they have crossed the line. And I know as a wife or even as a husband, because women can also be abusive.
Ask Abby.
Even me, I don't get
You
to
see?
talk. Let me talk. Okay. And so as a wife or as a spouse, basically, I know you want to think that they would never hit me or they would never abuse me physically. But the moment you start getting scared, that's when you should watch out. And the moment they hit you, I know you want to think, like, let me tell you, the people who are in abusive. So, Mom, allow me to pause here, and also allow me to pause here. If you want to see the rest of the video and you're interested in the conversation, then come on to my channel, The Hangout with Abby Kimani, to finish up the conversation. Right?
Good.
Yeah.